everybody, what is up? Today we're going to be talking about the UK political party and the different major political parties that are in the parliament. So, starting off, we're going to talk about the political compass. Now, if you're not familiar with it, like there's communism here, there's like communism here. There's like Donald Trump here. There's like capitalism here, and then there's like anarchism here. Basically, that's kind of like a basic explanation. But then in the UK, not talking about political compass anymore. We have two major parties: the Labour Party and the Tories, or the Conservative Party. Labour is kind of known to be kind of like a centre-left party. They kind of like stand up for workers. Well, they originally stand up for blue collar jobs, things like that. But nowadays they've kind of done a shift to the middle class, and they're like they're like a very centre party, but some people say that they've moved to the right wing, which is debatable. The leader's Keir Starmer, and they've taken charge recently. They're like a centre left party, as I've already said. They founded in 1900, which was quite a while ago, but they support social democracy, and we're going to put them probably like probably somewhere like here. I mean, they're left-leaning, but they're still basically a centrist party. Then we have the Tories, or the Conservatives. People call them the Tories a lot because that's the original name of their party. Conservative and Unionist Party, they're like centre right to right wing. They support British unionism, which is like basically anti dissolution of the UK. So like some parties like Sinn Féin or Plaid Cymru or the SNP that we'll talk about in a minute, they want to dissolve the UK, and they want to have Wales and Scotland and Ireland as their own countries. But their new leader, they were typically a centre-right party, but she's kind of moved it to the right wing a bit more. Kemi Badenoch, I've probably pronounced that wrong, I'm very sorry. She's quite a controversial leader. Known leaders are like Boris Johnson, Winston Churchill, Rishi Sunak, Liz Truss, forgot about her, David Cameron, other like popular. Basically, I'm going to draw a little graph here. It was like Margaret Thatcher was in charge, and then it was like John Major, and then it was Tony Blair, and like Tony Blair won again. There was like an old Conservative era, and like I think like this the late 80s, 70s, I think. And then there was New Labour, which lasted for a while, which had like Tony Blair and George Brown as the leaders. And then for like 14 years we just had a Conservative government. It was insanely long. But then after Rishi Sunak, people got a bit fed up with him, and then they voted Labour again with Keir Starmer. So Conservatives like people might say, oh, the Lib Dems are going to win, oh, these guys are going to win. I mean, they might win their own kind of like constituencies, but they're probably not going to win in general. Like most parties have a centre left and centre right, and for example, the Democrats and the Republicans, if you're from the US, or the CDU and the CS and the SDUP in Germany, if you're from Germany, probably not, but you know, they might be centre right, but a lot of people would put them here. But I feel like if we're trying to have an unbiased view, because I have some small biases, I would probably put them a bit further right than like round here. I feel like that is quite understandable view. Then we have the Lib Dems. Okay, so the Lib Dems, there was like the Liberal Party. Wait, let's find them. They're like they only are like they're only in like some councils now, but there's a Liberal Party, which was small. But then this was in the 70s. Bit of history here. There was a Liberal Party, and there was also like this old Labour, like from a while ago, like the 70s or 60s or 50s maybe. But a lot of the Liberals, which were here, like here in the political compass, were fed up with the guy who's far left. So, which is a bit like what happened to Jeremy Corbyn. So they split off, made their own party, and they were like called the Democrats or something, and they united with the Liberals to make the Liberal Democrats. Liberal Democrats, people actually say that they're more left wing than Labour nowadays. They're led by Ed Davey. I like Ed Davey. He's I mean, from an unbiased like apolitical view, like he's quite good. Also, they're a centrist party. But like he wants like free school meals for kids at school. I mean, I find that quite like a good idea, but it's up to you what you think about them. I would probably say they are very centric. Oh no, I didn't know that the Lib Dem thing would be that big. Oh gosh. Anyway, I'd say they're probably like dead centre to maybe a little bit of centre right. So I'd probably put them maybe like more centre than Labour, but also a little bit left. Well, probably not really that left, more like liberal. Next up, we have the SNP. Now, they used to be led by Nicola Sturgeon. Nicola Sturgeon. A lot of people really liked her. But basically, she took charge of the SNP, and she was like a very popular leader, and her party controlled like all of Scotland's constituencies. But then, there was some big scandal. I think she was spending party money on her own stuff, which is like bad. So they were like, no, you're not allowed to do that anymore, and she resigned or something. There's a big investigation into it. But basically, then they've got a new guy. Oh, wait, I think there was another guy, and then you got preceded by another person. But they used to have a bunch of seats. Like they only have 9 seats now, but like they only have 9 people in the Senate of the UK. But they used to have tons, 59 seats, insane. But now their fall off was crazy because now they only have 9. But they only have 9 now. It was a big fall off, but I mean, I guess you just shouldn't have spent the money if you don't want her party to fall off. I probably haven't talked about their policies actually. They want a second Scottish referendum. They're like Scottish independence. They spoke on a Scottish identity. They're centre left, but they're also quite centrist in some of their values. Oh gosh, why did the logo need to be so big? I'll probably put them. I mean, everyone would put these on different places, but I'll probably put them maybe. I'll make this a bit smaller actually. Like they're centre left, the centre, but they're a bit but they're a bit more left leaning in their policies and other things like that. Then we have the Greens. Now I feel like I'll probably vote for the Greens. That like they want to like help the environment. Like like I feel like most people would probably say yes to the like to helping the environment because I mean it's like a core thing about our country, like well every country, that the environment. So they also want to stop climate change, which some people might say climate change doesn't happen, but it's up to people to have their own views. So I don't mind. I'd say I mean they're quite left wing, but I mean, it's not like they're anarchist or anything. They're not down there. They're like over here, kind of in this little corner with the other parties. But they're probably like the most left leaning out of them all. Well, probably similar, like to the SNP. And then we have. Oh gosh, I think I forgot to put this up. Okay, Reform. Reform are very controversial. They are like a far right party. Um, they're Eurosceptic. Like they're led by Nigel Farage. He used to be in charge of. He was in charge of UKIP until he jumped aboard this new ship. I don't really like Reform. I feel like their tendencies are a bit worrying, to say the least. Um, you're allowed to have your own opinion. They have 4 seats. I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but I mean it's quite a lot. They have more seats than the Greens, which is oh no, they have the same amount, but they just started last. Well, it says they started in 2019, but but when Nigel Farage took charge, which like when the party actually really started, was was like last year, and now they've already got 4 seats. So I mean they're doing quite well, but um a lot of people very much dislike their party because of because it's like a extremist party. Some might say. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like extreme. Well, it's quite extreme. I'd probably put them here. And these are our parties done. If you want me to do a part 2 with all of these parties, with these guys and these guys and these guys and these guys and all of these guys, just tell me in the comments, and if we get to 20 likes, I'll do a part 2. Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye.